Good morning everyone. I am Ayush and I am going to present our topic, that is distillation methods, which includes ASTM, TBP and EFV distillation. First of all, what are distillation methods? So basically there are three distillation methods in the refinery. The first one is true boiling point distillation, also called TBP. Second one is ASTM distillation, which stands for American Society Testing Materials. And the third one is equilibrium flash vaporization, which is also called EFV. So the degree of separation between the distillation fraction obtained in these methods decreases significantly when we move from the true boiling point distillation to the ASTM distillation and then equilibrium flash vaporization. And each method and the associated distillation data have different application in the refinery practices. So moving on to the true boiling point distillation, that is our first method of distillation. So first of all, this method is used in batch distillation operation, which includes more than 100 theoretical plates and a very high reflux ratio of 100. Basically, it is an ideal method that is used to achieve best possible separation in the distillation. And I told you earlier that it is done by large number of theoretical plates and having very high reflux ratio, that is of 100. So first of all, let's suppose we have a binary mixture of compounds having A and B, which is having volume of compound A by 70% and volume of 30% of compound B, and considering their boiling points to be TA and TB respectively. So basically, if we illustrate it in the distillation curve, I am talking about this curve. This is basically this is the TBP distillation apparatus, where you can see that the reflux ratio is approximately 100, and if we talk about theoretical plates, then it is greater than 100. And we are talking about this curve, like this is the distillation curve for perfect separation of the components A and B in the binary mixture. So this curve illustrates the distillation curve obtained if the mixture was distilled using TBP method. Okay, so and we know that if we do this by TBP distillation condition, then we know that the first lower boiling compound, that is A, this is the first lower boiling compound, that is A, will be boiled off, and then the more boiling point compound, that is B, that will be boiled off. And we know that the conditions of TBP were that there are very high theoretical plates and very high reflux ratio. That's why the temperature remains constant during the whole evaporation until the whole A is boiled off. Till then temperature is constant, similarly for the B. Okay, so moving on to the next one, that is ASTM distillation, which stands for American Society Testing Machines distillation. Basically it is also used as a batch operation, but in contrast to TBP, it doesn't have any theoretical plates and it don't have any reflux ratio. We'll see it in the next slides. And basically there are three ASTM distillation methods that we use. First one is ASTM method D86, second one is ASTM method D216, and the third one is ASTM method D1160. But we use only first one and third one mostly. Okay, so this is the apparatus. Like I told you earlier that ASTM distillation apparatus doesn't have any theoretical plates and also don't have any reflux ratio. This is simple heater. When we do distillation, all the volume will be distilled off. Okay, if we talk about the curve, then since it doesn't have any theoretical plates and also don't have any reflux ratio, the temperature is not constant, it is varying. Okay, you can see from this figure. This is the distillation curve of when we do the distillation by ASTM method. Okay, now we'll talk about I have told you earlier that we'll basically use only two methods, that is D86 and D1160. So first of all, D86 method, let me tell you that D86 method is basically used for the motor gasolines, aviation turbine fuels, naphtha, kerosene, gas oils, and similar petroleum products, and it is carried out at atmospheric pressure. Okay, so it is atmospheric distillation, and ASTM method D1160 is vacuum distillation. So since it is atmospheric distillation, so the pressure will be atmospheric pressure, and D1160 is vacuum distillation, so the pressure will be vacuum. Okay, it means less than 1 atm. And this method is basically used for heavy petroleum products which can be vaporized partially or completely at maximum liquid temperature of 750 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, and the pressure should be less than 1 atm, that is it may be 1 mm to 760 mmHg absolute. Okay, so now moving on to the third distillation method, that is equilibrium flash vaporization. So basically this involves a heating, a flowing feed, and the separation of the liquid and the vapor in the flash drum. We'll see it in the next slide. Let me show you the slide. Okay, this one is the slide. Okay, you can see that the feed is continuously sent into the heater where it becomes more hot, and then it will be sent to the flash drum. Okay, and from the flash drum the liquid will be collected from the bottom of the tank, and the vapor will be collected from the top of the tank. Okay, so it was saying that equilibrium flash vaporization involves heating a flowing feed and the separation of the liquid and the vapor in the flash drum. Yes, that I have shown you. And then there is a distillation curve that will be obtained by conducting the distillation at varying heater outlet temperatures. Okay, so since there is a heater, so what we'll do, we'll vary the temperature of the heater, and with the different temperature we'll plot a curve, and that curve will be distillation curve for EFV. You can see from this figure that this is the curve for EFV. This is this one. Okay, so at different temperatures we have obtained different volume of the mixture. Okay, so now if we compare, okay, so now if we the last one tells us that if we compare the distillation curve for TBP, ASTM and EFV, what will conclude? We can conclude that the EFV distillation method gives us the lowest or we can say the minimum separation between the TBP, ASTM and EFV. Okay, you can see from the figure that this is the dotted one. The dotted one curve is for the TBP, and this one parabolic curve is for ASTM, and the dark one is for EFV. Okay, so you can see that the separation of EFV distillation is lowest, and then it is more than, and the ASTM distillation method have this separation more than EFV, and the maximum separation is for TBP. Okay, so this now we if we compare these three methods, that is TBP, ASTM and EFV, so we have this curve. Okay, this is the types of distillation curves. Will having the boiling temperatures in Fahrenheit on the y-axis, and on the x-axis there is a cumulative volume percentage of the mixture that is being evaporated. Okay, so so basically if we let's suppose we have a crude oil which is having 100% boiling, and its temperature is 75 degrees centigrade. Okay, sorry, let's take temperature as 75 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, and I wanted to know what will be the first bubble temperature of this. What we'll do, we'll heat up to 340 degrees centigrade or 350 degree Fahrenheit, sorry, Fahrenheit. If we heat it up to 350 degree Fahrenheit, and we'll heat it up to 10% of the mixture being evaporated, it means 10% will be somewhere here. Just a minute. Okay, sorry. Okay, so 340 degree Fahrenheit, and the 10% evaporation will be somewhere here and here, so we'll get a temperature. Okay, now similarly we'll note down the temperature. Okay, now we'll move on we'll move on by doing distillation, and we'll again note the temperature at 50 degree evaporation, somewhere like here at this point. When 50% of the mixture being has been evaporated, then at that point the temperature will be like here. Okay, that will be around 460 or 470 degree Fahrenheit. We'll note down that, and then we'll keep going, and we'll note down the temperature when the volume percent will be 90%. I mean 90% of the mixture being evaporated. At that temperature, at that point the temperature will be around 550 or 560 degrees. Okay, and finally when all the mixture have been evaporated, that is 100%, then at that point the temperature will be around 580. Okay, 580 Fahrenheit. So all these temperatures that I have noted down will be true boiling point. Okay, so with the help of this we can note down all the true boiling point temperature. So now if we talk about ASTM, okay, that is American Society testing machines, what we'll do, the common test used for ASTM is ASTM D285. Okay, and the typical conditions are 15:5. What do we mean by 15:5? The 15:5 means it is carried out using 15 theoretical plates and reflux ratio of 5:1. Okay, and we can see from this figure that ASTM is having less separation than the TBP, I mean true boiling point, and EFV is having the lowest separation. Okay, so we can say that TBP is the best, or we can say that it gives us the maximum separation for the any distillation if we compare about these three. Okay, that's all about the comparison of the distillation curve. Now we'll move on to the next, that application of TBP, ASTM and EFV distillation. So we can say that each distillation method that I have discussed earlier has an application in petroleum refining. The first one, if we talk about TBP, that is true boiling point distillation, it is used to characterize the crude oil and constitute a significant component of crude assay. Okay, and if we talk about ASTM, that is American Society testing machines, these methods are usually used for refinery products and property calculations and correlations for distillate fractions. Okay, and I have told you that there are basically three methods that were ASTM D286 and D60, and basically we use them. Why we use them, I told you earlier. And if we talk about EFV, that is equilibrium flash vaporization, so it will provide you the useful data of flashing operation in the refinery. Okay, and the last one is saying that D86 ASTM method is used at atmospheric conditions, that is it is also called atmospheric distillation, and ASTM D1160, that is vacuum distillation. They are used for low boiling and high boiling fractions respectively. Okay, so that's all from my side. Thank you everyone.